Right, I've been doing some weeding, general tidying up, taking all the old canes out. That looks better already, but I've got some pots of old compost that I'm just going to sprinkle through the border. And what I want to do is empty all these pots and then I can just store them in the shed ready for next year. Now the compost in these pots is quite wet because we've had a lot of rain. All I'm going to do is just put that over. Right, I'm just going to spread this around the plants that are here. Little Daphne, which I thought would have grown more, but it's still quite small. But the hardy geraniums that I grew from seed this year, they're doing really well. So I'm just going to push some of this under the edge of there and just work my way around. So I'll carry on with this and I'll show you when it's done. I've emptied the pots that I wanted to get done today. Now the compost was very wet, but I've managed to spread it over roughly. Once it dries out a bit, I'll be able to rake it a bit smoother. But that looks a lot better for now. Now I've put some in the border at the back here. So we're beginning to get winter ready. And I've noticed today there's a little wallflower coming out there. That's nice, isn't it? So anyway, that's all for today. In this pot here, this is my grapevine, which I'm going to prune today. Now it's tied onto this frame. So what I'm going to do, because all this top section here, which is the new growth from the last season, is going to be cut down. So I just need to cut it away from it's caught itself on there. There we go. Just to release those branches at the top there. Right, I think most of those should, oh, that's awesome. Some of these tie themselves on. There we go. Now I'm going to cut this down so that string there can come off. And that one. Right, I think I've released the pieces that are going to be removed. So now it's time to decide where I'm going to cut this. Now last year, these are the strings that anchored it for the new growth up the top. So what I'm going to do is cut this back to about here and here and over here, because as you can see I've got 3 main stems, so everything else is going to be taken off. So I'm going to go here. This is just above a leaf node where you've got the joints. Right, Now I want to keep this quite level so that when it shoots out again it's a more uniform plant. So what I'm going to do now from there is come over to here and cut just above that joint there. And take all that piece down because all this was new growth last year. Right, and then hasn't got to be exact, but about above here where you've got this little dividing section here. So I'm going to cut down there. Now these pieces that have branched off, I'm just going to take those off as well. Just tidy this right up. And here, I'm going to cut those back and take these little side shoots right back to the main stem. And that one there we go. Didn't take long. Just taking those little pieces off of there. Now this framework, I made it up about 3 years ago, and it's just literally some 5-foot canes with a piece tied across there to hold it in place. So next year I'm going to replace this, but it'll hold for the winter. So anyway, that's tidied that down. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of string just to secure that one in place. Not that it's going to blow around much because it's got no leaves on it at the moment, but just want to keep them in position. Right, there we go. So that's reduced that down quite a lot. Now in the bottom of this pot I've got petunias and lobelia, which are obviously not going to last over because we're winter now, although we've got some little blue flowers still on the lobelia. But I'm just going to clear the pot. Let's put my gloves on. Right. So I'm just going to take all this out now. There's a lot of something growing there, but oh well, let's take its chance, or whatever it was. Whether it's a weed or it might be lobelia even, because that does start shooting out. And we've had a lot of mild weather, so it's stopped a lot of things from dying right back. Quite a few roots. I'll just take those off. Making a mess. Right, just loosen that over. Right, now I've got a bag with some compost here. Just put a little layer across the top. Right, there we are. Now hopefully that will be ready for the spring when we start shooting out again, and all the new growths above where the new fruits emerge Now, I might sound as though I know what I'm doing, but for the last 2 years, I've had one bunch of grapes each year. So I'm ever hopeful that there will be more in the next season. So anyway, that's another job done. So I'll just get that tidied up. And I'll say bye for now, and I'll see you soon.